in this evening. She is in the house, none other than the famous, the world famous.
What you say?
That's right. All the way from the town that almost became the capital of Jackson, of Mississippi.
What you say?
Didn't Raymond almost become the capital, Antonio?
I don't know about that. I know
history
about
book.
Natchez.
Man, you need to check your history.
They ain't teach y'all nothing for us.
No, they ain't teach us nothing.
Was I right about that, Ms. Grove?
Well, I think it was in line to be the head for Hinds County.
Oh, yeah, it was so.
The seat of the county seat.
I know Clinton and Vicksburg.
They taught you that in Clinton, though,
no,
didn't they?
Clinton, Natchez, and Vicksburg was in the running to be the capital of the state.
Yeah.
And I think she right. Raymond was supposed to be like the headquarters of Hinds County. She right.
Well, and if we want to get way into it, I think Rodney, Mississippi was in there too.
Wow.
They barely exist anymore.
Okay.
Who still lives in Rodney other than Rodney himself?
I don't even know where it's at.
I actually have some family down there. So.
I've never heard of Rodney.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You hadn't heard of Rodney? Never heard of
Really?
him.
I tell you one thing.
Where y'all been?
She's here today in living color.
Yeah.
And I tell you one thing, Mr. T, she's no stranger. She's hard working. Her signs is everywhere.
I mean everywhere.
They everywhere. I went to go buy a car tag in Raymond the other day on Mr. T. And guess what, Mr. T? I almost hit one of her signs going down Clinton Raymond Road. She had so many, it started making my eyes fuzzy and making it look like, you know how you start seeing things?
Yeah.
That's all.
Seeing doubles?
Now that doesn't sound like a good thing.
No, that's good. That's a lot of signs. That's great.
That's good.
I mean, you're working.
I am
That means
working.
people like you to donate.
I'm working.
And you're actually working right now. You're here to tell the people why on November 7th they should be calling you Judge Grove. So can you talk to the folks a little bit about who you are and what it is that you bring to this extremely important court to the family?
Sure. Well, my name is Tiffany Grove. I am running for Chancery Court Judge, Subdistrict 4, which encompasses that same subdistrict. So I have been practicing law for 14 years. I started by clerking for Judge Southwick on the Court of Appeals, so I've worked behind the bench. I'm a partner at the law firm of Williford, McAllister, and Jacobus, which is a really big name for 6 lawyers that work hard. So during my 13 years of private practice, I have dedicated myself to serving my profession and my community, and so I'm going to brag about myself a little bit, because that's what we do. We're applying for a job, and we have to tell the voters our resume.
Absolutely.
So I was the recipient this year of the Woman Lawyer of the Year Award.
Wow. What you
Congratulations.
say?
From the Mississippi Women Lawyers Association.
See, that's when we need that clapping
Yeah.
cue.
That's quite, thank you. So that was quite an honor to be recognized by my peers in such a way. I've been named a leader in law from the Mississippi Business Journal. I've been named Parent of the Year at my children's school, where I went on to be PTO president not 1, not 2, but 3 years.
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
I've been named Volunteer of the Year for Tackle a Cure. If you've been to a football game in October and you've wondered what in the world is this pink stuff doing at our football game, well, that's to raise awareness for breast cancer prevention.
Wow.
Something I feel strongly in, and so I rolled up my sleeves, got to work, and was awarded Volunteer of the Year for my efforts there. And I've also been recognized with the Outstanding Service Award from Jackson Young Lawyers. And I think this is a whole lot of different ways to just tell y'all that I work hard, I work smart, and I work with passion. And that's what I hope to bring to the bench. We need more judges that are going to work hard for our families here in Hinds County. Chancery Court, nationwide they say Chancery Court, 70% of our cases have one party or more unrepresented by counsel, meaning they're going into court without a lawyer. And why would people be going into court without a lawyer?
They can't afford one.
I mean, that's the number one reason, obviously. And so Chancery Court is really where we need judges to roll up our sleeves and get to work. There's some really great things going on, but I think we could do better, especially with some of our legal clinics where our judges participate and help move things along. There's some things we could do with technology and forms. There's some things we could do to really serve the people in Hinds County, and that's what I want to do. That's what I'm about. The things I've done are not necessarily jobs that pay well.
Yeah.
I do them because they make my community better. I've been in Raymond for 17 years now and plan on staying there and want it to be as good as it can be. And I think it's better when all of us roll up our sleeves and work hard together.
I appreciate you bringing up the data concerning folks who aren't represented, particularly when they come into Chancery. Do you think that that the judge has a role in making sure that equity, that balance in judgment, that it remains in the room in cases like that, and how do you think that happens?
Well, I think judges are in a hard position because they can't advocate for one party or another. And so if one side comes in with a lawyer and one doesn't, one's going to be out-advocated in most instances. So the work can't be once they've come into the courtroom. The work has to be before they've gotten to the courtroom. And that's going to be with court staff, that's going to be with forms, that's going to be with clinics. Because once they've gotten into that courtroom, it's too late.
Got it. But is there still a role outside of the bench in terms of, you know, just because you talked about court staff, and is the judge responsible for that staff?
Well, I think absolutely the judge is going to be responsible for the staff working underneath them.
And so in cases like that, when the judge is responsible, is there a way that the staff understands the expectation of that leader in that judge to be sure that people have the best opportunities that they can before they get in that room?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I think the judge sets the standards for what's expected.
And finally, core values.
Core values. Well, family first. I mean, I'm a wife and a mother, and have been a caregiver to a father who died of cancer for 6 years. And he came in, when he moved into my house, he was in a wheelchair.
Bless your heart.
So, but all of those things to say, I think we've got to put families first, and faith too. I mean, you know, as Christians, I think the Bible commands us to act certain ways and to do certain things, and we have a responsibility to hold each other accountable for that as well.
Oh, yeah. You're sure right about that. We have a responsibility. So on November the 6th, Ms. Grove, I've been just dying to meet you, Ms. Grove, and I just see those pretty blue and gray signs all everywhere I go. I was like, oh my God, see. I mean, that's great in my eyesight. So don't take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? You're working. I mean, when you're seeing things and out there, you're working. But tell the people on November 6th, what are you asking for?
Well, I'm asking the voters to vote Tiffany Grove for Chancery Court Judge, Subdistrict 4 on November 6th.
Are you a resident of District 4?
I am.
Right in
So,
Mississippi.
so me and all my family members will get to cast the ballots for me. Yep.
But the reason I keep asking that, because in a lot of races we begin to find, I heard in one race, a guy said one man living in New Orleans or somewhere, and I don't know, but we're going to make sure, because we ain't going to be, this show here is not giving nobody a platform that is not doing right. Because if they do wrong, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about it.
So you're supposed to be a resident of Hinds County to be able to run, but you don't have to be a resident of that particular subdistrict.
That's right. Well, we want
so
to make sure that
Yep.
we want to make sure
But no, I am a resident.
That's right. We want to make sure we're just doing the right thing.
Well, thank
Wish
y'all.
the best for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming by, Ms. Grove. Yeah, Mr. T. See, now I've been hearing, seeing her a lot on the campaign trail, and also we have our